If you're a gardener with heavy clay, you know the struggle all too well. Each spring, as the world wakes up from winter, you step outside, full of hope, only to find your garden beds are either a sticky, unworkable mess or as hard as concrete. It's a challenge that can test even the most patient gardener's resolve. The soil clings to your boots, your tools, and your dreams of lush, thriving plants. You dig, you amend, and for a while, it seems you finally won the battle. You add compost, sand, or gypsum, hoping to lighten the load and give your plants a fighting chance. For a brief moment, the soil feels looser, more promising, and you imagine a season of abundant growth ahead. But then, the rains come. Footsteps, wheelbarrows, and even the gentle patter of water begin to press the soil back down. The clay compacts, squeezing out precious air and making it tough for roots to breathe and grow. By the time next spring rolls around, you're back to square one, facing the same compacted, airless ground. It's as if all your hard work has vanished, swallowed up by the relentless nature of clay. This exhausting cycle isn't your fault. It's easy to feel discouraged, but you're not alone. Many gardeners face this same uphill battle, season after season. The real issue lies deeper than just the surface. Intensive digging and constant turning disrupt the soil's natural structure, breaking apart the delicate networks that help soil stay healthy and resilient. More digging, unfortunately, just makes things worse. Each time you break up the soil, it settles back even harder, making it more difficult for water, air, and roots to move freely. It's time to stop fighting the soil and start working with it as a living system. Clay isn't just a problem to be solved, it's a foundation that, with the right care, can become incredibly fertile and productive. There's a better way, one that builds soil health year after year, with less effort and more reward. By nurturing the life within your soil, you can transform even the heaviest clay into a thriving ecosystem. By observing how nature creates and maintains rich living soil, layer by layer, season by season, we can learn to garden smarter, not harder. Nature never tills, yet forests flourish. Let's discover how to make clay your ally, not your enemy. With a new approach, you can break the cycle and unlock the hidden potential of your garden's most challenging soil. Healthy soil is a living ecosystem, full of microbes, earthworms, and countless tiny creatures working together beneath our feet. These organisms are constantly breaking down organic matter, cycling nutrients, and building a complex web of life that supports plant growth. One of their most important jobs is to build soil structure by binding particles into aggregates. These aggregates create spaces for air and water, making the soil loose, crumbly, and easy for roots to grow through. But when we till clay soil, we disrupt this delicate balance. Tilling shreds the fungal networks that hold soil together and pulverizes those precious aggregates, leaving the soil exposed and vulnerable. At first, tilled soil might look fluffy and easy to work with. You might even notice a short-lived burst of nutrients as organic matter is rapidly broken down. But this effect is temporary, and it comes at a cost. Soon, rain and footsteps press the fine clay particles tightly together, clogging the channels that once allowed air and water to move freely. The soil quickly becomes dense and sticky, especially after heavy rainfall. Plant roots struggle to push through the compacted earth, water can't drain away, and oxygen can't reach the roots. The result is stunted growth, poor drainage, and a garden that's harder to work with each year. With every season of tilling, the problem gets worse. The soil becomes more compacted, less fertile, and more dependent on artificial fixes. Trying to break up clay by force only leads to frustration and exhaustion. The real solution isn't to fight the soil, but to work with it. By adding compost, mulch, and organic matter, you feed the soil life that naturally creates stable, crumbly soil. Over time, earthworms and microbes rebuild the structure, making the soil easier to work and more productive. Instead of treating the symptoms of poor soil, focus on healing it from the ground up. Healthy soil is the foundation of a thriving garden. Put away the tiller and let nature's biology do the heavy lifting. You'll see your garden transform as the soil comes back to life. That's the real path to lasting improvement. healthy, living soil that supports your plants year after year. The answer isn't a new tool, it's a new philosophy. Nature builds soil from the top down, layering organic matter without digging. Regenerative gardening mimics this. Add carbon-rich browns and nitrogen-rich greens to the surface. The right balance, known as the CN ratio, feeds microbes and speeds decomposition. Fungi and bacteria break down these layers, creating a steady feast for the soil food web. Earthworms, fungi, and microbes become your best gardening tools. They tunnel, bind, and transform clay into rich, productive soil. By feeding the soil, not fighting it, you create a resilient, thriving garden. This partnership with nature grows stronger every year. Let's see how to put it into practice. Amish gardeners have perfected a no-dig system, the Amish humus method. It's all about building humus by layering organic materials on top of the soil. No digging required. Start with cardboard to suppress weeds and feed fungi. Add thick layers of carbon-rich straw or hay, then nitrogen-rich manure or grass clippings. Repeat the layers, creating a sheet compost lasagna. The materials decompose in place, feeding the soil food web. Thick mulch protects against compaction and moisture loss. Earthworms and microbes do the tilling for you, pulling organic matter into the clay. Over time, the soil transforms. No backbreaking labor needed. This is nature's way, and it works. Cardboard is more than a weed barrier. It's a feast for fungi. Clay soil is often dominated by bacteria, making it dense and sticky. Fungi thrive on cardboard, sending out mycelium that penetrates compacted clay. These fungal networks exude glomalin, a glue that binds clay into crumbly aggregates. The result: improved drainage, aeration, and root growth. Cardboard also holds moisture, keeping soil life active even in dry spells. Over a season or two, the cardboard vanishes, replaced by a rich organic matter. What's left is a more fungal, fertile soil. The transformation starts from the top down. The goal of all this layering is humus, the stable, dark, spongy substance that makes great soil. Humus holds water like a sponge, improving drought resistance and drainage. It creates durable soil structure that resists compaction and keeps air and water channels open. Humus stores nutrients, releasing them slowly to plants. Unlike synthetic fertilizers, it builds a self-sustaining ecosystem. With humus, you don't need to dig every year. You're building a fertile, resilient garden from the ground up. Focus on humus, and your clay soil will thrive. This is nature's ultimate soil conditioner. Ready to try it? Building a humus bed is a simple, rewarding way to transform your garden soil, no matter what you're starting with. Whether you have a patch of tough clay, a grassy lawn, or a tired old bed, you can create a thriving, living soil ecosystem right in your backyard. Let's walk through the process step by step so you can see just how easy it is to get started. Here's how to build a humus bed on clay or lawn. No digging, no tilling, and no backbreaking labor required. This method works with nature, not against it, and is perfect for beginners and experienced gardeners alike. Start by cutting down any existing vegetation, grass, weeds, or old plants. Don't worry about removing the roots. Just trim everything down to ground level. Leave the clippings right where they fall. These will break down and feed the soil life below. Next, lay overlapping sheets of plain cardboard over the area. This acts as a natural weed barrier, blocking sunlight and smothering any persistent plants. Make sure the cardboard covers every inch, overlapping the edges generously. Soak the cardboard thoroughly with water. This helps it break down faster and encourages worms to move in. Now, add a 2 to 3 inch layer of nitrogen-rich material. This could be fresh manure, green grass clippings, or even kitchen scraps like fruit and vegetable peels. These materials provide the nutrients that soil microbes need to kickstart decomposition. On top of that, spread a 4 to 6 inch layer of carbon-rich straw. Straw is ideal, but you can also use shredded newspaper or cardboard if straw isn't available. This layer helps balance the nitrogen and keeps the bed aerated. You can also use hay or dry leaves for this carbon layer. The key is to create a thick, fluffy blanket that will slowly break down and feed your soil over time. Water each layer as you go. Moisture is essential for decomposition, so don't be shy with the hose. Each layer should feel damp, like a wrung-out sponge. If you have extra materials, keep building up the bed with alternating layers of greens and browns. The more layers you add, the richer your soil will become over time. Finish by adding a 2 to 4 inch layer of finished compost or topsoil. This creates a perfect seed bed for planting and gives your new garden a nutrient-rich start. Now you're ready to plant. Sow seeds or transplant seedlings directly into the top layer. Water them in well and watch as your garden comes to life. As your plants grow, their roots will push down through the layers, drawing nutrients from the decomposing materials below. Over time, the entire bed will transform into rich, dark humus. Your no-dig humus bed is now ready. With just a little effort, you've set the stage for nature to do the rest, creating a healthy, vibrant garden that will thrive for seasons to come. Now, the hardest part. Wait and let nature work. Don't dig or mix the layers. Decomposition happens best undisturbed. The bed will settle as materials break down. This is good. Earthworms and fungi will tunnel and transform the clay below. Plant shallow crops right away. For deep-rooted plants, cut an X in the cardboard and add compost. By year 2, the layers blend and the cardboard disappears. Each year, just add more mulch or compost to the surface. This small, steady effort keeps the soil food web thriving. Your garden gets better and easier every season. Clay soil isn't your enemy. It's full of potential. The real problem is constant disturbance from digging and tilling. This destroys soil life and structure, causing compaction. The solution is simple. Do less, not more. The Amish humus method shows the power of working with nature. Layer organic matter, feed the soil, and let earthworms and fungi do the digging. Be patient. Nature will reward you with rich, fertile soil. Put down the spade and start layering. Your garden will thrive and you'll build a deeper connection to the living soil beneath your feet. Let nature handle the rest.